Hello there everybody in YouTube and vinyl community. Recently I purchased a large stack of vinyl singles from two different occasions, and I felt like if I'm going to show them at the regular vinyl and CD update in a couple of weeks, that video would be way too long. So I thought, why not I do a special update right now and show these one. Different kind of genres. First of all, I bought a larger stack of singles from my friend at work, Thomas. I borrowed some boxes of singles, and we made a deal for some of them, so I bought these ones for a very great price. So start with showing them. First of all, more of a comedy single actually, from 1982. This is The Brat with Chalk Dust, The Umpire Strikes Back, which is some kind of a spoof novelty single that parodies John McEnroe and his temper management in his games. This one is not all that good sleeve, but still I wanted to have it. Blondie with Rapture, classic one from the Autumn American album. We have some Soft Cell, Where the Heart Is, this Dave Ball and Mark Almond. Hubert K, who is a German band around the singer Hubert Kemmler, and Hubert Kemmler is the guy that, if you heard Sandra, German singer Sandra's songs like Maria Magdalena or something like that, Hubert K is the man who sings the male voice there in the refrains. Hubert Kemmler. So this is of course then produced by Michael Cretu and Arman Walker, who also produced some of, or should I say, most of Sandra's songs. We have Phil Fearon and Galaxy, Dancing Tight, and at the B-side we have an instrumental version. Hazel Dean, before she got involved with Stockcake and Waterman, and now we're talking early Hazel Dean, because I feel like she was with Stockcake and Waterman for her entire career. Jealous Love is this, and instrumental version at the B-side. Mel Brooks, It's Good to Be the King, rap, part 1 and 2. Bananarama, early Bananarama from 1982. Cheers then. And at the B-side, Girl About Town. A classic that I actually didn't have. Dixie's Midnight Runners and Come On Eileen. Dubious at the B-side. We have some couple of disco tracks here from England and USA. Miguel Brown, So Many Men, So Little Time. Poor Miguel. And we have an instrumental version at the B-side. Peter Brown, and it doesn't say here which is side A or side B, but Love Is Just the Game and Hot Flash the other side. We have OMD, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. Believe it or not, I didn't have this one. Joan of Arc, a classic OMD song. And The Romance of the Telescope at the B-side. And we have Bill Joel, Pressure from 1982, and Laura at the B-side. Now some Swedish singles. First this one that was very interesting. A group called Strasse that I never heard of before, and the song called Crash Slowly, and the B-side Yearning. But what was interesting is, if you can see there, the song is actually produced by Mitch Ure from Ultravox. A Swedish band produced by Mitch Ure. And it's definitely, it's not no Ultravox of course and no Visage, but it's still really good, really well made. So if you can find this one on YouTube or something like that, check it out. Strasse and Crash Slowly. A couple of more comedy singles. This is Bröderna Delay and Diggiloo Diggiley. And of course this is some kind of spoof of Herrey's Eurovision winner Diggiloo Diggiley from 1984. Rita and the Ripoff with a song called Dansa Pop Pop. I thought this one was going to be so hilariously stupid that it was really fun, but it wasn't all that bad actually. Little repetitive lyrics, but but it was pretty good. It's actually also produced by Per Gessle from Roxette. I'm not sure if he remembers that today. Imperiet, a Swedish great band, and the song Fred, Peace, and the B-side Min Machine. We have a band from, if I'm not wrong, they're from my city, Sundsvall, Brända Barn, and the song Män utan fruktan, Man Without Fear, och Cirkus. Some Swedish rock music, new wave rock music. Magnus Uggla, no huge fan of him, but he has done some great songs, and this one I consider one of the best. Sommartid, Summertime. Here is one of my favorite Swedish male singers, Peter Lundblad, and the song Ge apan I dig en chans, Give the monkey inside of you a chance. This is a song about the environment, if I'm not wrong. Jag tänker på dem ibland. I think about them sometimes at the B-side. And Mikael Wiehe, the Swedish classic rock singer, with den stora skillnaden, the big difference, from 1989. So, thank you Thomas for a great deal. Really happy for this one. I also managed to find a stack of great singles for a low price. Many of them are in the Schlager, genre, or easy listening, or something like that, but there are some pop singles also. And a couple of them is also more of on the little comedy side. I actually managed to find a couple of singles in a genre that I really like, but it's hard to find new stuff, and that is obscure singles that are so stupid it makes you think, what did they ever think of? And you laugh. This is a band called The Snowmen, and a song called Christmas Party. As you can see, some kind of a gimmick that they are dressed like snowmen, although they more looks like some kind of failed bank robbers. And it's really stupid. It is easy to remember this melody, of course, but it's very stupid. Some kind of a lyrics where the leader snowman says, "Give me back my conkers," and the other says, "We've not got your conkers," and they repeat that thing over and over. I think I can play some from this single actually without getting a copyright strike. So here we go. Give me back my conkers.
Have you got my conkers? When you got your conkers? I've lost my conkers. Lost his conkers. Have you seen my conkers? I don't got your conkers. Where's my conkers? We don't got your conkers. Give me back my conkers.
Well, maybe not something that will go on #1 spot at the Billboard, but it's kind of funny. Stupid, but funny. And this one was very, very interesting. Warning, there will be some nudity. This is a Swedish female adult model from the 70s called Kristina Lindberg. She did some nude or semi-nude pictures in adult magazines in Sweden in the 70s, and she also did some soft porn movies and hilariously stupid movies also. And someone at the adult magazine, porn magazine, Fib Aktuelt, actually thought that why not release a single with this woman? Maybe she can sing. So they released this one. And the song of this single is a song called Allt blir tyst igen, Everything's Quiet Again, och Du är min enda kärlek, You're My Only Love. And the problem is that the lyrics are totally drowned with cliches. It's like they have taken all the cliches in a song lyrics, put them in a hat and draw them out one by one, put them together. Cliches upon cliches, but the worst part is she can't sing. She sings horrible. Whoever thought that she was actually going to be some kind of a singer? Judge for yourself, because I'm going to allow some parts from each song to be played here actually. So here comes Kristina Lindberg.
Tiden som går känns ibland så lång och så svår, men du vet ändå man ska vara kvar. Då mens kärleken känns utav allt det som var. Allt blir så tyst igen. Allting så mörkt och kallt sig till.
Well, this woman was not the best singer, but it's fun to have. I had a great laughing time listening to it, and that's what's I think is the best way with these kind of singles. So interesting to know how they thought about this. This is not something that is stupid. It's actually good, but it's odd. It's an obscure oddity. Jiminy Cricket and Jiminy Cricket Traffic Cop. Stop, look and listen, and safety first. This is a single released by Disney, a Disneyland record, and it's fun, really fun to have actually. We have now a couple of Schlager singles. Eurovision Song Contest winners from the 60s. From Italy, Gigiola Cinquetti and Non Holletta, who won the Eurovision Song Contest for Italy in 1964. An EP that was really fun to have. It's a great song. But there's also 4 other tracks. It's an EP, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce these titles. So you take a look at them and try to pronounce them yourself. My Italian is a little bit rusty. As is my French, so pardon now when I'm trying to pronounce these ones. This is France Gall, rest in peace, she died not too long ago. And her Eurovision winner from, I think, 1966. Poupée de cire, Poupée de sang. And at the B-side, here we go, Le Coeur qui Jazz. I hope that was somewhat right. Really great single. Both A and B side are really great, and of course I've heard the A side before, so it's a real classic, real Eurovision classic. Some more poppy stuff. This is a single that I have the single with inner sleeve with, but I don't have the entire single with the normal sleeve. This is Loose Ends, and their soul cover of David Bowie's Golden Years from 1983. And it may sound like it's a bad idea, but it's actually good. It's actually a real good soul version of David Bowie. I really liked it from the beginning, and this is also, besides a great song, this is what I had before this one. But now I also have this real great poster sleeve that was part of it. Really fun to have. More soul, Heatwave, a classic band from the 70s, but this one is a pretty late Heatwave from 1988. Who's That? And Turn Back the Clock at the B-side. Not huge fan of rap music, but this one I remember as a very great, actually a great one from the 80s. Redhead Kingpin and the FBI, Do the Right Thing, from 1989. And this one was more or less a blind buy. I have no idea what this was. I haven't listened to it yet, but it's a Swedish band called Sons of Soul. And never heard of those. Another Day Is Gone. How do I know that it's Swedish? They are Swedish though. Wild guess, since it is released on Swemix, who's a Swedish dance label from the late 80s, early 90s, which was the reason why I bought it, because that means that it could be some real great early Swedish dance music, which I definitely like. Stop the Crack at the B-side. I have very little with Gary Newman. I don't have a full album with Gary Newman, believe it or not. But I have some singles. Now I have one more. A ballad called Now This Is Love. Maybe not Gary Newman's best vocal performance, but still it's a real great song with a fantastic mood. I like the mood in the production in this one. And the same goes for the B-side, Survival. So actually real great Gary Newman song. James Griffith, Are You Watching? Andy McMaster from the Motors, and the single No Joy from 1987, I think. Yes. And the B-side, Normal Street. Political song, actually. This one I bought because I thought it was some kind of humorous, little shameful, stupid single actually. It looks like it could be some kind of a very idiotic thing. This is a band called Clark Kent, and it is released on something called Krypton Records. They're really going with Superman theme, since it's released on green kryptonite colored vinyl. But the song title is called "The Too Cool to Calypso," spelled with K instead of C. Another side theme from Kinetic Ritual. But it wasn't actually all that bad. It was some kind of a little ska punk style, which I normally don't like. But this was actually pretty good. Great production, great melody. Really liked it. A theme from Kinetic Ritual was an instrumental song that was more of a slow rock style, but it was very well made. So definitely, I think I will keep this one. I have no idea. 1978 it says. 1978. Psychedelic Furs. Angels Don't Cry. No release. Don't have all that much with Psychedelic Furs, but gotta start somewhere. And some Swedish this one's also. This is Del Shannon and Greatest Hits 15. And the reason why I bought it is, of course, because Runaway, one of my favorite 60s songs, is a part of it. And we also have Keep Searching, We Follow the Sun, Do You Wanna Dance, and Stranger in Town. Great EP. Normally I'm not all that big fan of Frank Sinatra's recordings from the 50s and later on, especially not those with that have Neil Hefti as leading the orchestra. I think those are pretty boring in my opinion. Frank Sinatra was at his best in the early part of his career, 30s and 40s, in my opinion. But I felt like, why not? This one could be really interesting because he actually sings with Count Basie and his orchestra. So that one was the reason why I thought, why not? More and Fly Me to the Moon. Now, some Swedish singles. I talked about a Swedish singer before named Gunnar Wiklund, who can be described as the Swedish version of Jim Reeves. And I showed him a previous vinyl CD update, a single where he sings Swedish Eurovision song called April April from the 60s. And I bought another single where he sings that song, but it's another song as a B-side I didn't have before, Spela på regnbågen. So real nice to have, as I do collect Gunnar Wiklund. And here is another EP with 4 singles. Trohet, original Swedish version of Heartaches. Mera jag ej begär, original title is Little Things Mean a Lot. And also a classic Swedish 60s song, Vandra vidare. And Tusen och en natt, who is a Swedish version of Strangers in the Night. And finally, a single that I really wanted to have. Sonja Hedenbratt, who is a Swedish jazz singer, who had also played a lot of comedy shows. And she also sang with Hasse och Tage, my favorite Swedish comedians. And here she sings songs that were on Hasse och Tages shows and their label Svenska Ord. Sonja Hedenbratt alltså sjunger svenska ord. And she sings 4 songs. Älskade son, så bra du kom. Vi har det så bra, which is but not for me in Swedish. Mammas bästa vaggsång, Rockabye Your Baby. And Rågsved, who is a Swedish version of Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And that one, Rågsved, is a real great song in my opinion. It's great lyrics, real great lyrics. So really great to have that one on vinyl single. So a little special update with new singles that I have gotten. I have a lot to do. I have some contests that I will try to make a response to. Anders Vinyl Dance 777 contest I will try to make a response to, and of course Robert C's not almost 100 subscribers contest. So I will be back very soon. So until then, I hope that each and every one of you have a real nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care and so long.